Hello, and welcome to my demonstration of my antique reed organ. I have made quite a few videos of myself playing it already, and it has now been suggested to me that I make a demonstration video of it and show you how it works. And it seems to me that this is quite a good time to do so, because as you see it's all decorated for Christmas, and I've got the Christmas tree behind me too. Although, I should point out that the piece I just played was not a Christmas carol at all, but an old Sunday school hymn called There Is a Happy Land. And I should maybe also say that perhaps this is not the best instrument to do a demonstration of, because it has not been restored, and it's not quite in 100% playing order, but it still makes a joyful noise unto the Lord. So here goes. This organ was produced, as you can see, by the Dominion Organ and Piano Co., a Canadian firm, and it also bears an original retailer's label, which appears to read J. Marr Wood and Co., Aberdeen, also at London, Glasgow, Paisley and Inverness, and with royal seals of approval as well. And if you look down here at the pedals, which you pump with your feet to make the bellows work, and the air is then sucked through metal reeds to produce the sound of the notes, you can see that they say Dominion Organ Co. Mouseproof, patented 87, which of course means 1887. And at a guess, I think the instrument was produced somewhere between 1890 and 1910. The decorative top part, which is detachable, has a vaguely sort of arts and crafts look about it. And there is ornamental carving in various places. Here, for example. And there. And down below. Also similar at the sides. And here is the stool for this organ, which has a slightly sloping top, which apparently is proper for reed organ benches. And it didn't actually come with this organ, but the wood is the same sort of colour, and style-wise it actually matches it very well. And now to show you how the organ itself works. As you can see, there's a whole row of stops here. And firstly, these 4 stops on the left are connected with the lower half of the keyboard up to here. We have the diapason, the bassoon, the viola and the dulcet. And the diapason basically makes a loud noise. And the bassoon, I reckon, is supposed to be a sort of slightly softer version of the diapason, although there doesn't seem to be any sort of appreciable difference. And in fact, you find that even when all 4 of those stops are in, the note still sounds. Whereas if you pull out the viola and or the dulcet, there's no appreciable difference in the sounds. So it may be that the viola and the dulcet are permanently connected up. for the upper part of the keyboard, from this A upwards, these three stops on the right, the Vox Celesti, the Echo, and the Melodia, are relevant. And the Melodia sounds sort of like this. And here again, I reckon that the Echo is supposed to be a sort of slightly softer version of the Melodia, but again, no appreciable difference. And the Vox Celesti produces a sound that's, I think, sort of slightly sharper. And so that leaves the stops in the middle. Firstly, the bass coupler, which if you press any of the notes in the octave here, the note an octave below will sound. And as you can actually see, the note an octave below presses down at the same time. As you can see, it just works with this octave. Because if you press this F, you can see and hear it's the F below it doesn't sound. The equivalent for the upper half of the keyboard is the treble coupler, which works for 2 octaves. And now the 3 stops in the middle. There's this one that marks Vox Humana, although the label's actually come off this stop and's been stuck on this stop instead by somebody else. But I reckon it's actually should read 1 forte, and there is the stop that reads 2 forte. And what these do is there's shutters or shades over the reeds inside, and they lift up the shutters or shades in various ways to allow more sounds to come out. So if, say, I sound these notes without either of the forte stops being pulled out, and then I pull it out, you can that's forte 1, you can hear it's slightly louder when I pull it out, and likewise forte 2, and now both the fortes. And that leaves the stop in the middle, which is the one that should actually say Vox Humana. I believe it's supposed to give a sort of tremulant effect, and it consists of a fan in a sort of box. And in fact, when you pull it out, you can hear it make a sort of a soft whirring noise. Although here again, I don't think it has any real very great effect on the sound produced. And below the keyboard, there are 2 knee swell levers, which if you press them with the sides of your legs or your knees, depending on where they're positioned, the one on the left draws the couplers. And the one on the right seems to bring out the 2 forte stop, as long as it's kept pressed in. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed my demonstration of this antique reed organ, so thank you for watching, and goodbye.